All right, everyone, we are going to start with a Hannchen Torte, which some people know as Torte. And for Americans, it would be what? Mandarin cake? Mandarin whipped cream cake? This is what started this journey of us recording these videos. We've actually tried to make this several times and have failed. I mean, it's always tasted good, right?
Yeah.
But we have the recipes for them, but they're missing a lot of the directions. So we've made this a couple of different times, and so here we go. Mom, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Ute. I'm Tammy's mom, and we just came from Germany in April and came back with a lot of authentic recipes. The reason I failed before is either we didn't have no heat for the oven, how high to bake it, or exactly the measurements, right? Or they don't write everything down because they have it in the head. So we started trying it out, and this is actually the perfect way, and it tastes really good. Everybody loved it so far.
I'm Tammy, and I grew up here in the United States. So Mom actually was baking for a little while when we came over, but then she stopped. I think she got frustrated with the conversion. So I'm helping her convert, and then we'll be able to use these recipes to pass down to our kids and our generations and anybody else who wants to actually make these. This is one of my favorites. I know it's not Mom's. She loves the Black Forest cake the most, I think.
But I love that too.
Yeah, this one is like amazing. So we're gonna go ahead and start with this. There's two parts to the dough. So we're going to go ahead and get the first part of the dough started, and then we'll add to it. So the first thing is having 100 grams of butter.
Yes. Oh, I got the wrong one. Sorry, the other one is right there. No? Okay, I guess this morning is not all what it's up to be.
Okay. Make sure that your butter is softened before you use it for this recipe. So it's 100 grams of butter, 100 grams of sugar, and we're gonna go ahead and get those combined.
And the mixer is a little bit loud.
When we went to Germany and we had a family reunion, this was one of the cakes that was actually in the, that my Aunt Heike made, or no, it was Gina who made it. And as soon as I saw it, I knew exactly what it was, and as soon as I tasted it, it brought me back to being a little kid.
Yeah.
So the butter is kind of softened up now that we've mixed it in. You're gonna go ahead and add 4 eggs, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and you'll do the flour last. And I have a feeling if Gina watches this, she's probably going to tell us that we should have sifted the baking soda and the flour together. What do you want to bet?
They don't write everything down, so it's also a good idea.
Will you get me one of the, I think they're over here.
And didn't we have a grease pan too?
No, but we can do that in between. One of the things I don't like about my mixer is that everything sticks to like this pocket at the bottom. My sister-in-law actually told me to look if my mixer had a extra screw to bring it up a little bit, but it doesn't. I wish it did.
No, and I bought one of those things what has kind of plastic around it, what
and it still doesn't work real well.
But it still don't go down, right?
Yeah, but we can't be picky, so. We're gonna go ahead and start adding 150 grams of flour. What do you miss about Germany?
The cakes.
The bakeries. I miss the bakeries.
Yeah.
The one thing we didn't try is we didn't go into a lot of butchers either.
No.
They have a lot of butchers and a ton of bakeries. We were at a bakery every morning.
For Brötchen and stuff.
Yeah, for Brötchen. Which I don't have a good recipe for Brötchen yet. I'll have to find one.
Well, I got one for my brother.
Okay, so I'll have to try that. Brötchens are the best.
Yeah, but we never bought cakes.
No. When we tried to buy a cake, they were like, oh, heck no.
They almost bit my head off when we said, you guys can buy the cake, you know, and for the family reunion, no, we're not buying no cake. This stuff don't taste the same no more. Either has too much preservatives in it, or through generations the recipes changed, so nobody would buy any cake. And we had 7, 8 cakes there, huh?
Yeah.
Did you say so?
The other cake that was really good was Heike's Nusskuchen,
Oh yeah.
the nut cake.
She's the only one what fixes that one.
We
So-
had that recipe too, but
Yeah.
we haven't even tried that yet.
And then this is not a nut cake like you guys know. This is almost like a rolled one, like they have at Christmas. Oh boy, it tastes good. And every day you let it sit, it tastes even better. She had half of it left over because she baked half for her son. And every day when I came, I had 1 piece, 1 piece, 1 piece.
All right, so the first part of the dough is done. It's not gonna look like much. It's not gonna form into a ball. The only thing we wanna do with this is put it at the bottom of the pan as a floor. There'll be more that we're gonna put on it. So we have a second part to this recipe that we need to do. So I'm gonna put this into this bowl for now. All right, so we've got the dough done. We cleaned up our mixer because we need it again. Now we're gonna make what actually goes on top of the dough, and you're gonna cook this together. So it is from the 4 eggs, yellows that we use. This is the 4 egg whites, and we're just basically making a meringue. One of the things that we learned is that, or that I'm guessing, I don't even know if it's 100% true or not, but in Germany they don't have air conditioning, so their homes are a lot warmer than ours. We weren't getting our meringue high enough for the Hannchen Torte, so we're gonna add sugar, but we're also gonna add a teaspoon of cream of tartar just to make it so that we can have some more volume. Is that done?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, so as you guys can see, we've got peaks and they're stiff. And so now we're gonna put this together and put it in the oven at 350 degrees for 20 minutes. And then we're gonna actually let it cool completely off before we make the rest of it. Okay, so we have 2 9-inch pans, and you're gonna use 2 9-inch pans, and you're gonna go ahead and cook them together. One of these is going to be the crust, and one of this is going to be the topping. So it's always a competition to see who actually does a better job with their crust and topping.
Yeah.
The reason they call it a Himmelstorte or a Hannchen Torte is because the top needs to look like looks like clouds. So I'm going to take this ball and we're going to divide it in 2. That's about right.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just
got washed hands.
Yeah. You're just going to press it into the bottom of this pan. It does not need to go up on the sides at all. So in Germany, everything's pretty much walking. If you're in a Dorf, which is a little town, everything's pretty much walking distance, right, Mom?
Yeah.
They drink a lot of seltzer water. They do have some ice, just not a ton of ice, not in restaurants at least. What else?
Straws.
Huh?
Or straws.
Nope, no straws. What else can we tell them about Germany that people might not know?
You don't give tips.
Yeah, there's no tips, which is actually really nice.
People get
we were
paid.
giving tips, and they were looking at us like, "What the heck what are you doing?"
I guess they get paid good.
Well, or at least they get an hourly wage, where our waitresses don't get paid anything.
That's true.
And I would not want to be a waitress. I hear stories from my daughter all the time. I know how hard that job is. So if you're going out to dinner, tip your waitress, or don't go to dinner.
Yeah, when you have money to go to dinner, you should have a couple of dollars to tip somebody.
Yeah. We're gonna divide this into 2. I think you need a little bit more.
And it doesn't make no difference which one is the top or the bottom, just after they baked. The one what you think looks nicer, use that one for the top.
Yeah. So you're gonna wanna even it out on all sides, and then you're gonna try to make a couple of like little peaks in here just so that they can look like clouds.
Hannchen, Jensen, I don't know.
I think that was you guys came up with that.
I don't know.
I see it online as Himmelstorte a lot, and Gina has it in there as Himmelstorte too.
Does she?
Yes,
No,
I just showed it to you.
I only know it as Hannchen, Jensen. So.
But you guys also were, your family also came up with a lot of nicknames.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so that's that. Then you're gonna take 100 grams of mandarins pre-sliced, and you're gonna spread that evenly on top of your crust. This is, I feel like, the best part right here.
Yeah.
Are you a little tired today, Mom?
Hmm?
Are you a little tired today?
Well, I didn't sleep till 4 o'clock in the morning again.
She's tired. I can tell. Not her feisty little self. I didn't give it to you just to not share. I just took a little bit out.
Well, then take that for the bottom. I mean, it looks almost the same.
It doesn't matter. So they're both done. They're both gonna go in the oven at 350 degrees for 20 minutes. I will double check it just to make sure we don't have to keep it any longer. And let it completely cool down once you make this, and then we will make the topping to put in between, because you don't need to make the topping until it's all done and said and ready before you use it, right?
Right.
All right. Okay, guys, the cakes have been out of the oven for a while. They're actually completely cooled down, so we actually have 2 of them. They look amazing. I couldn't actually tell you which one's whose, mine or Mom's. I'm sure she'll be able to tell you because, you know, that's just Mom for you. But now we're gonna make what actually goes, it's the filling, what goes in between them. So the most important part about this is that when you make the filling, you go ahead and get 2 cans of mandarins, and you go ahead and put them in a strainer and strain them as long as you can so that the mandarins are dry. We're gonna take, I've already pre-measured, 500 milliliters of heavy whipping cream, so I'm gonna go ahead and add that. Oh shoot, I just spilled some of the sugar. It asks for 2 Sahne Steif. You can get these on Amazon. You can also get any kind of heavy whipping stabilizer that you would normally use. Just measure, you know, just follow the directions. But we use these. And then it didn't really tell us how much sugar to put into this. So you can put as much sugar or as a little amount as you want. I did 1/8 of a cup. You're gonna keep whipping this until it becomes heavy whipping cream. Or not heavy whipping cream, whipped cream. You're being quiet.
You talking now?
You think that's good?
Yeah.
Okay. So you want it to look like heavy whipping cream, right? So sticks. Now we are going to take the 2 cans of mandarins that have been sitting here for some time, and you're gonna throw those in. Super easy. I would save the juice for something else because we use juice for different things for baking all the time. You're gonna mix this together. You can do any kind of fruit, any kind of canned fruit that you want it to. It just happens that this mandarin is the recipe and it's my favorite. I love mandarins in this cake. So that's done. So we have our 2 pieces of cake.
They look the same.
They look the same. That's mine, that's yours, because you have more of the almonds, I guarantee you. All right, so we're gonna take a ring. You don't have to. If you're at home and you're just gonna share it with your friends and family, there's no
You
need.
can take silver paper, fold it a few times, put it around, maybe put a clothespin on it, or hold it together.
We're just doing it because we're doing it in front of you guys, so we're trying to make it look as good as we can. So that's done, and then the next thing you're gonna do is you're just gonna take this whole thing and put it right in. Mom, you wanna get some powdered sugar? I forgot about it. So we're gonna squish this down.
Squish, squish, squish. You're taking all the space again.
Sorry,
Later
Mom.
you say again, Mom, you're not in the video.
Sorry. These rings do help. I don't like them, but they do help. Okay,
Yeah,
so
you gotta
that's
be careful,
that.
you cut yourself.
We'll put this little piece on top.
And this morning I said the weather is nasty. Well, the sun came out. It looks actually nice right now.
Okay, so that's pretty much done. You can serve it like that. We like to put a little bit of powdered sugar on top because it just makes it look prettier.
I would push it down there a little bit more.
I can't. It's pretty much down. So I'll take this little thing off. Put the powdered sugar on top.
It's like a little snow frosting.
Mm-hmm.
That should be enough, should it?
Mm-hmm. And there it is. It's the best cake. It's my 100% most favorite cake in the entire world. I absolutely love this cake. Everybody should try it. Everybody should try this cake.
You also can, if you want to, can put whipped cream outside around. Try to put some nuts out there, but we don't need to do that. I think there is enough nuts on it.
Yeah, and of course, if somebody has a nut allergy, you don't have to use a nut, but then the almonds really kind of
Makes it taste.
it's part of the recipe. So we're gonna go ahead and cut into the cake. We did not let it sit. So normally you would put this in the refrigerator and even let it get a little bit harder, but we're gonna go ahead and taste it.
So there goes all my Planet Fitness calories, huh?
Yep. I mean, we could share a piece, but every time I ask you to share a piece, you tell me no.
Yeah, I don't want to share a piece. That's too good.
Just have to stay on the treadmill longer. All right, well, here's your piece. Whoa.
Here's another one.
I think it turned out pretty nice. Okay, I'm gonna put this in my mouth, but I'll probably chew for a while because I love this cake.
And plus you got that when you bite on the side where your cheek starts.
First bite syndrome, it sucks.
Yeah.
It's so good, guys. I know I keep saying we're making summer cakes, but this is another really good summer cake. It's light, it's almondy, vanilla. The mandarins make it juicy.
And the nuts, they have that certain taste. I even think the nuts maybe would have been nice when you put it a little bit butter, you know, to get the smell more out of it. But that's the recipe.
Aroma. Try the cake. Tell us what you think. Love to hear. Show us your pictures. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. We'll try to get to you guys and answer them. But would love for you guys to try it.
Yeah, we start making more cakes, and turns Christmas, we start with Christmas cakes and Stollen and cookies and all that stuff. Even cakes what you bake in a glass, and you can keep it for, I think, 6 months.
Yeah, we've got some of Dad's mom's, which is my granny's recipes too, that we can
Yeah.
make. Bye, guys.
Bye.